Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Josh Rincon. I'm the program director here at Avance Latino. Super excited. We have a special guest today. You are.
Hi, I'm Vanessa, and I work part time at Avance Latino as executive assistant, and I'm also a speech language pathology graduate student.
Whoa. We'll talk a little bit more about that. What exactly is a speech pathologist? But we also got Junior in the house. Carlos Junior
Hello,
Rincon.
welcome back. Welcome back. Nice to see you, Vanessa. You are also Josh's girlfriend.
Hey, no one.
What?
Whoa, 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 whoa. No one's
You guys
supposed
are
to
a
know
little. You guys are
that.
a little too close in the video.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. No one's supposed to know that. But yes, she is my girlfriend. But we keep it business, professional, and I don't even look at her, so it's all business right now. But
Nice.
yeah, we have good topics lined up for today. A lot of great topics. Like the title says, how to save $150,000 in 5 years. That's one of the articles we're gonna talk about. This one girl that was able to do it in 5 years. But before we start, y'all better like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that. And I not say you better, but it helps us. It helps us to reach more people. It helps us to be able to have a bigger impact. It really makes a huge difference. So that makes a huge difference for us. So hopefully you guys can do all of that. But I was just checking. Let me just double check, make sure we didn't go live on the church page because for a second it says there. Okay, no, it's on Latino page. Okay, cool, cool. 'Cause I know we've done that in the past.
Sometimes that happens. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm glad to have Vanessa here. We'll get to know her a little bit more. You guys get to know her exactly what is speech pathology. Maybe it's a career that you might be able to join in the future. But let's start off with the first article, okay, Vanessa? It's just a
Okay.
conversation. It's her first time, so let's see how she does today. But this
No.
this first article, like it says, I saved 150,000 in 5 years. Here are my top tips for growing wealth without feeling deprived. Now, that's a huge accomplishment. How does she do it? So
Huge.
super huge. Yeah, that's definitely destroying the wealth gap. There's no wealth gap no more. That's a huge wealth gain. Her net worth already went up a lot in just 5 years. So she graduated from college. She got her first job, and within 4 years, she saved 100K. Saved 25,000 per year for 4 years straight, and she had 100K by 26 years old. And by the time she was 27, so the following year, she saved an extra 50K because she started a side hustle. So she saved 25K from the side hustle and then 25K from a regular job. Altogether, 150K. That's what she got there in 5 years. Now, there's a couple of tips and everything that she shares in this article of how she was able to do it. Give me 1 second. Can you open the door a little bit more? Someone I think
Yeah.
came and closed it, but super huge accomplishment that we see here. And before she started saving all this money, the first thing she did is save for an emergency fund. So we've talked about this many times, but that's the first thing she did. She saved for an emergency fund before she even started saving the money that she did. So huge accomplishment.
I think it's really cool because thinking of myself, she's what started this when she was 26. And me, I'm close to 30, and I've never been able to reach that much. The most when I first got out of college, I was able to save was 20,000, and that took me forever. And for her to be able to save 150, that's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a lot of money by 26 years old. The 27 by 27 she
Yeah.
was able to reach that. So it's a huge accomplishment, and yeah, I mean, what's your how much money you want to save by the time you're 27?
Hopefully $115,000, like her.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And speaking about that, what is a speech pathologist? Before we get more into that, like, what is that field? What do you have to do to school? Like,
Okay.
if someone wants to know.
I think I need to
So,
do that because I am a horrible public speaker.
The-
okay, so speech language pathology, basically a speech language pathologist works with uh, work with children or adults that have communicative disorders or swallowing disorders. So we basically give speech therapy, to people that cannot speak, and also we in the hospitals we give type of food that patients need to eat if they cannot swallow properly. Maybe they only can eat like pudding or only liquids. So basically, are experts in like everything that is dealt with the throat. So, swallowing, speaking, voice. Yes.
The ever said she
No,
couldn't
And
good
hear you.
job.
There you go. Speak
oh,
a little
okay.
louder.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that. And the schooling that you need first to become a speech language pathologist is you need your undergraduate degree and you need your master's degree in communicative sciences and disorder. Or other programs are called speech pathology. So it varies, but it's basically the same thing.
I've never heard
Yes.
of that career path ever until, Vanessa brought it up, so it's really cool.
Yeah, I would like to also like bring more awareness to the program because we don't have that much diversity. A lot of people know about this program.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I didn't know it until I met Vanessa, so I had no idea what speech pathology what it was. So
Really cool.
the pay is good. You can work at hospitals, clinics. It's
At
really rewarding. You
school,
don't have to be a doctor and work 20, 30 years, get all this debt and all that. But within 6 years, so bachelor's and 2 years master's. So within 6 by the time we're like 24, 25, um, 25, 24, 25 years old, you'll be able
yeah.
to have a good career, work in the medical field. So someone that's thinking about, God that works in the medical field and they don't want 20 plus years of school, and you could definitely eventually save, like this girl did, save 150 in 5 years. So
Yes.
just throwing it out there, if someone's watching and this speech pathology, hit up Vanessa, send her DMs, and she'll tell you a little bit more. Dreama
Yeah.
asked, "Where's Diana?" She's in the
Yeah.
comment section. She
Yeah.
said hi.
Next time, she said she wanted to see how this works out. The next time she'll join us.
All right, that's
She
good.
already said it. She has to join next time.
Yeah, she has to, and
But go,
Dreama
but
next time too.
but going back to the article, what's really cool is that she had like a budget of what she wanted to spend on and what she couldn't spend
Mm-hmm.
on. And then also what's really interesting is a side hustle because you could only do so much, to get a pay raise, but then it's up to
Mm-hmm.
you to be like, hey, what is something that I see either that I love doing that I can somehow make money off of it. And reading the article, that's where she was able to save the most money the following year, where she saved like 30,000, was because
Mm-hmm.
of that side hustle.
Yeah, and I was reading the article, and she said she was very like she had a scarcity mindset where she wouldn't like
Mm.
to spend on herself. She would feel so
Hmm.
bad spending on clothes for herself or stuff. She had to
Travel.
invest it and save it all. But eventually, she's changed her mindset. It's like no, like if I'm saving, budgeting, if I'm investing and saving, then the rest I can do whatever I want with it. So that's a good perspective to have because you gotta have your me time. You gotta if you want to go to the spa, if you want to buy your mom something nice, or you want to go travel or whatever. If you're doing all the responsible stuff, that's good for her. Really, really good for her. And yeah, the side income, which I had a hard time finding exactly, what it was on her socials, but I kind of got an idea. She does basically like a content. She's a content creator where she does coaching, financial coaching, and education for women of color from immigrant backgrounds, so that she can fill the wealth gap. So she does coaching for finance and all this different stuff.
Yeah.
Basically, help people do what she did. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool for her, and I'm sure a lot of people watching can relate to this. She has a family of immigrant background, so that's pretty cool that she's able to reach that. And anyone can do it, no matter your background.
Yeah, and also when going back to last week's podcast, I was watching it, and something that I want to refer back to that is when we were talking about how 60% of teenagers nowadays want to be either business owners, want to learn in high school how to run a business. I should be a little more positive, and that's actually a really good thing because when I was talking to my girlfriend about
Mm-hmm.
this, back when I was in high school, nobody ever was talking about like I want to be my own business. So that's like a really positive thing to your city, your state, the economy of the country, because that means a lot of more jobs are going to come from that.
Yeah, it's an amazing and great thing to be able to do that, and anyone can do it. Even like for Vanessa as a speech pathologist, you could do your own career, and then on the side you could do coaching for people's private clients.
Yeah,
Anyone can do it.
that could be
Yeah.
something that I love to do
Yeah.
and make money off of it.
Yeah.
Like my prof.
No, go for it.
What
Go
were you
for it.
gonna
Go
say?
for it. Go for it.
I was saying like, 'cause you said that like she started this little thing for a minute, but my profile picture on Instagram, you can't really see it. It's like this
Yeah,
animated picture that
Mm.
she was animating pictures of people and getting paid for it, like
on Etsy.
on Etsy, whatever. So that's just an example of just some extra money you can make. So many out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different side hustles, but from this artist, have a budget, have a side hustle, have a plan, and don't be super cheap either. She realized by her being less cheap and having like a what is it called,
Scarce.
abundance mindset instead of having the scarcity. That's what she was
Mm-hmm.
sharing right here. It helped her save even more money and make more money too. Try not to
Yeah.
squeeze,
It's
every single
hard.
penny.
It's
It is.
hard because like when I'm trying to save money, sometimes I'm hard on myself, but then once you reach that goal, you got to be like, all right, I reached my goal. To have a little bit where I can either something that you really needed or maybe something you just wanted, and you're not going to go out there and go crazy and spend thousands of dollars, but if there's something that you really wanted, why not reward yourself? It's like you reached your goal,
Treat
reward it.
yourself. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Reward that. Like, girl,
Vanessa's going to be
go get
like,
your nails done.
yeah. I was like, Vanessa's gonna say, go treat me after this podcast.
Yeah. Get a little positive reinforcement so I could do it again.
I'm gonna say maybe next time. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. You're doing great. But yeah, it's a cool article. Hopefully everyone watching, you can see how you can also save money, even if it's not 150, it's 15, 20, $30,000. Next week we're gonna have a show, a podcast, interview with this girl that was able to pay $85,000 off a loan debt next week. Watch it next week. But the reason I brought it up is because she was able to do that because not only is she paying from her full-time job, side hustle. Side hustles are very important to save money. It provides freedom. That's what side hustles do because there's no limit to how much money you can make. It's just more on the tab.
Yeah, and power to the girls that both of these stories are both girls, that are pushing
Yeah.
themselves, doing something. Even there's people that are 50, 60 years old that don't even have $150,000 saved, and she's only 26. So imagine when she's 40 and 50, she's gonna be very well off.
Oh yeah.
That takes a lot of dedication, a lot of motivation, drivenness, self-control
Yeah.
Mhm.
Self-control. Yeah.
to like follow the budget.
Yeah,
It's not easy.
and it's good to
You want to get
have is it talking about relationships? It's good to have or date someone that also thinks the same mindset as you,
Oh, yeah.
because if you're a saver and then you're with someone that's not a saver or not,
super spender,
yeah, that could be a problem and eventually in the long run.
or maybe you balance each other out. You figure
Yeah,
because
yeah,
maybe
yeah, yeah.
the super saver is super cheap and the super spender is super crazy, but they find the balance.
True.
That's me and Vanessa. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I
Who-
got like 2 belts, 2 shoes.
From China.
This is Balenciaga.
Chinese,
Yeah.
Gucci belts, Chinese, all of that.
Who cares? Nobody knows. Only you
These
know.
AirPods. These are Chinese AirPods. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I just bought those. I treated myself like you guys were saying. You could treat
Yeah.
yourself. You've been working so hard. I've been working so hard at school and work. I treated myself with these AirPods.
Nice.
Yeah, and they're cool. They're cool. Apple makes great products. And products and everything. Whoa, would you look at that? The next article we want to talk to you guys about is gas.
Treat yourself with gas. Take her somewhere expensive.
You know what? For our anniversary, I'm going to get you a gas gift card.
Please.
At this point, I think that's the best gift anyone can give right now. Don't
Hell yeah.
give toys, don't give them gas gift cards. Bless them. Because before we talk more into this, let's briefly look at this picture right here, guys. Left, the 229 price, that was in 2020. 545 is literally a couple days ago. I tell you now. And they're both gold. It's not Arco versus. They're both Arco. They're both like the same. They're both the same
Area
gas
too.
station.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
And for me, the other day, I was putting gas. I think Monday night. I was like, I'm just gonna put on gas, and it was like 502, 505. I don't really remember. The next day, I went to the gym, and I was driving down the same road, and it was 540. So in less than a day, it already went up almost 30, 40 cents.
Gas are the new meme stocks. Gas prices. But it makes everything else more expensive because I think Jason and Dorima both sent me a video about this truck driver. It said that he spent like $1,000 to fill like 100 or 200 gallons, something like that, for a 18-wheeler. Okay, great. More expensive gas. But you know what that means? That means your gallon of milk is going to cost $11 a gallon, basically, because it's going to cost more for us than we it onto the consumers, and it's a cycle that just like, people think, oh, it's just gas, but it's like it affects everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just gas; it affects the stuff. It so many things that hopefully gets fixed soon because gas is not something that is going up. It should go down. It shouldn't be over $100 a barrel of oil.
Yeah.
But
Well, like we could all talk about like for me before it went up this high, I was paying 40, 45, dollars to fill up my tank. Now I'm 80, 82. The last time I
damn,
filled up. So it's like I'm working from home. It still affects me, but I could just imagine someone that's working every day going to that same job. Their bill for gas just doubled.
mm, oh, people that are and here's the thing, when people say they're living paycheck to paycheck, but how is it too that some people are able to afford these gas prices and still making the same? So sometimes some people are not necessarily living paycheck to paycheck.
Budgeting.
They just don't budget their money, and they can. Not saying that these gas prices should stay. Of course not. This is terrible. This is way too expensive. But it's shedding some light on some people that like if they can still afford these gas prices, they're still paying it, right? That means they make enough to save, but they're just spending in the wrong areas sometimes. But obviously, we want to keep it like this, right? Gas is too expensive.
Or maybe
But
they're
how much?
putting
How
on a
much?
Yeah, go for it.
A
Yeah.
credit card? No, no, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
A credit card? You were
Yeah.
gonna say? Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. The low to moderate income families are being affected the most. Just imagine the moms, single moms, taking their kids to school. Their gas doubled. That's crazy. And that is why. So the article basically it talks about how Newsom wants to send money to Californians to help with these record high gas prices, which is good. But then again, we already saw this with the stimulus checks and everything. I don't know if by just throwing money at it would help it because what is going to happen? The gas companies are just going to continue rising the prices because people can pay for it now. The government's throwing money at them, and then these prices will normalize. I don't think throwing money out there is going to save. I think what we should do is like for example, there's a 51-cent tax on gas in California. Why don't we look at lowering or taking that off at all?
Suspend it for now.
We're in a state of emergency, right, with the whole thing that's going in Ukraine and Russia. But if you throw money at it, it's like throwing a kid that spends money, giving him more money because he wasted all of it. Is that going to solve his issues?
And
What do you think,
and
Vanessa?
yeah, there you go. Like, how much are you paying for gas now for versus now? Do you feel the effect of it?
Me, yeah. Before this rise in gas prices, I used to pay roughly like $25 to fill up my tank, and I drive a Nissan Sentra, so that's why it's that cheap. But now I pay like about $40.
45 almost.
Yeah, almost $45 to fill up my car. And me and my peers at school were talking about this, how before it was virtual, but now why did this have to happen now that we went back in person? Why?
It's like makeup for lost time.
Yeah, I know, like it's unfortunate.
I don't know if you saw the comment,
Yeah.
Josh.
Alex?
That's
true. And that's a good point, Alex. He said if the U.S. economy is complicated, stuff is going on here, just imagine the rest of the world. He said in El Salvador, it's a chaos. I can only imagine.
That's true.
It's even worse in other states. Because, the U.S. dollar, a lot of countries base their value of their currency off the U.S. dollar. So just imagine what's going on with our economy. It's 5, 10, 50 times worse in other countries.
Oh yeah,
How is gas, Alex, in Salvador? Let us know. Is it bad?
Yeah.
Is it worse? Is it the
I
same?
would like to know.
yeah,
Déjanos
that's
saber,
true.
Alex.
That's true because USA is like the rich country out of all the rest. So if we're affected, that's very important to understand. Like relatives that we have either in Mexico, Salvador, Guatemala are probably affected even greater than us.
Yeah. Watching us in another country, or you have families in other countries, or if you have, let us know what are the gas prices? Have they gone up? Like how they've literally doubled in the U.S. More than doubled. So,
Especially in
and
California.
there's
Yeah.
some that are $7 a gallon. Imagine that. Oh my
There,
God.
there was a funny tweet that someone posted. They said we're probably gonna reach $15 of gas before we get 15 as minimum wage, and I could see that happening.
Oh my gosh. That $15 minimum wage, it's history. That doesn't even corporate
Every
America
job.
already surpassed that. But no.
Yeah, and it's sad. It's sad because they're telling everyone right now, like, if you can't afford the gas prices, just get a full electric car. It's like telling someone I saw also on Twitter, not to refer back, but it's like telling someone that's a homeless, if you can't if you can't afford your rent, go buy a home. It's like, if you can't afford this gas prices, how are you gonna be able to afford a $50,000
Yeah.
car?
Electric, yeah. We're not there yet. We're not there yet to get all electric vehicles. The average family cannot afford a $60,000 electric vehicle. Super high insurance costs. Maintenance cost is not high, but if something
Charging.
does break, it can cost a lot. You know, the battery. Charging, super inconvenient. Gas, how long does it take you? 5-10 minutes. To charge it, it takes like almost an hour. That's
And don't
inconvenient.
you have to buy
You have
the
to pay for it too.
equipment
Yeah, either at home
at
or go.
home?
Yeah,
And most apartments
yeah,
don't offer, charging, so it's gonna suck if you live in an apartment and you have low on your, battery. You have to go charge for an hour. Alex says it cost him
exactly.
$4, so he's cheaper than us.
No, no, but bro, look
His
they do
salary
not
though.
make the same as us.
Oh
They
my
so
goodness.
a minimum salary $360 a month, dude. That's like if we paid $42 a gallon. $42 a gallon.
Oh my
Oh yeah, that's
goodness.
that's crazy, Alex. Oh my God, $360 monthly
Expensive.
salary. Monthly salary part average is like 2 to 3 thousand, like very minimum wage. So that's why. So that's like if we paid
Dang.
$30 a gallon, that would cost me. Let me do the rough math. I have 15 gallons in my car. It would cost me like anywhere from $400 to $500 to fill up
Jeez.
everything. It would cost me $10 a month. But yeah, no, that's ridiculous.
Insane.
Oh my God, that is crazy. And I
Yeah.
didn't even think about that. Adding the U.S., it's not that bad as it is over there. It's way worse over there.
And
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would
cause
like to know, like, did it
Yeah.
instantly?
Alex, was the $4.20 a gallon? Was that recent? That has that been for a while, or is that because of what's happening in Russia, Ukraine, and just inflation and everything in general? Let us know how it was in 2020. But man, that is crazy. And this is just a funny picture. The CDC is now recommending you wear a face mask over your eyes when pumping gas to prevent heart attacks. The CDC is telling you. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's just a meme. But
it's
Alex, you
pretty
were
funny
saying,
though. $45 to fill up his car. He probably has a small car too, like Vanessa's. Time to use the bike. Damn, mom. Jeez, roasted.
oh my God, time to use a bike instead of a car. That's
You can get
hilarious.
a bike at Avance Latino with our bike grant.
You can get a bike.
This is a
Ah,
perfect time
Yeah.
to say.
Well, I hope, Alex, you're doing good, and hopefully you don't have to use your car as much, and you have other means, to travel to and from work, or your daily routines of going to the market and stuff like that. Because yeah, paying $400 a pump. Oh my goodness.
yeah, no, that's imagine. Oh, that's ridiculous. Those are some crazy prices. I'm sorry about that, Alex.
Yeah.
Do you guys think it's gonna reach $10 a gas here? I have a feeling it's gonna reach $10 a
Yeah,
gas.
in some places, yeah, because there's some that already reached 7.
Where?
And Alex,
Beverly
like
Hills.
down like Beverly Hills, the Grove, it's always more expensive over there. Yeah, it's gonna reach that. Hopefully it doesn't, but by the looks of it, especially since we're not gonna buy oil from Russia anymore. And that wasn't like one of a that was a huge oil that we were getting from. So I don't
Yeah.
know. We don't know yet. We don't really know. But
So that means our
Ga-
salaries.
gas is so high that Josh. Well, you would hope that a lot of people got a raise, but it wasn't enough.
yeah, think about it. Inflation 7%, but if gas 40 to 50% higher. If your meats, everything is like 15, 20, 30% higher, people should be getting 20 to 30% raises. If we really like realistically, that's not happening, obviously. 20 to 30% raises because imagine you're making $15 an hour and all this happens. It's like you're making $10 an hour now. These prices are
Yeah.
really, really crazy. Everything, used cars. I got lucky. I recently got a car. I don't have the keys with me. Oh, I do. Recently got a car, and I got lucky. I got a really good deal, but like $5,000 to $7,000 under every other car in the market. So I got a good deal, but most cars are selling really ridiculous costs, and yeah, it's a hard time right now. We don't know if it's gonna go
And
down. We don't know
and
about
Alex is saying
gas. We
that
don't know
he
anything.
can't because his job's too far, and he also needs to drop off his kid at Sun.
Mhm.
So dang, that is a horrible situation that you guys are facing right now.
Are you using the laptop that we sent you? Is it still working, Alex? I think we sent him a laptop. I think a year ago. Let us know how that's going. Let us know. But yeah, man, it's crazy in El Salvador. I can only imagine other countries too. But the other topic we wanted to talk about, last topic, um, Vanessa's an expert. She's a crypto expert, but Bitcoin
Let me get ready to talk about it.
surges after President Biden signs an executive order on cryptocurrency. So what
Yeah.
exactly did he sign? He basically signed that they're
He's just gonna look
they're
into it.
yeah, that they're gonna look into doing regulations for cryptocurrency, which means they're accepting it, they're adopting it, which is good for cryptocurrency. That's why it went up. But I saw that it went
Yeah.
back down again, huh? So
Yeah,
up and down.
it's
It's just
you sell the news. I mean, you buy the rumor, you sell the news. That's how it works in the stock market and also in the crypto market. People buy the rumor, they sell the news. It didn't really do much, and also people that are in the crypto space are just like cool, but we still have to have crypto companies that actually do provide something of value. If not, they're just going to go extinct, and that's what's happening. And I think it's good that the government is recognizing it because it just shows that it's probably going to be here for a while. People actually can trust it. But I feel like it's just going to take a while to really understand, and that might affect the whole market after a while, because some might be treated as a utility, which means, they're going to get taxed heavy on it and they're not be able to be used as they are right now.
so there is a lot of uncertainty, but Vanessa, I
She's
would
an
like to
expert.
know, since she's an expert, can you explain crypto for the audience?
So crypto is basically a currency, and and you could, instead of using money, you could use crypto.
It's a digital energy.
It's a digital energy, and it goes up, it goes down in the market. We just never know what's gonna happen with this crypto.
To be
So,
honest,
yeah.
anyone that's an expert is pretty much saying what you're saying. No one really knows, to be
Oh,
honest.
really?
They're just yeah. If you're anyone, they're just saying big fancy words, but at the end of the day, it's like no one really still knows.
Yeah, it's very neat. Like when the internet first started, people they were experts, and most people were a lot of times, but only stayed like Google.
Amazon.
Very few.
Yeah.
Amazon, Google, not many. But yeah, it's just. What would you tell people, Junior, right now watching about crypto? Because maybe this is too technical, but like, should they push their students to try to learn about crypto, or like
More than anything,
about it?
yeah, more than anything, instead of just throwing your money at it, because I know that's a lot of people do. If you have money on the side, especially with all this inflation, gas going like crazy, maybe right now is not the best time to be, speculating on something that might not be around forever. But just watch YouTube videos, learn about it, because if the government is acknowledging it, obviously it's going to be here for a while. And to try to guess which one's going to be here forever probably is good luck. A lot of people try to do that in this crypto world, but it's really hard. It's just take it easy, learn about it, and maybe one day it'll actually be something that everyday use. Because if you really try to use crypto like they say it is, it's super complicated. You have to learn all these codes, all these passwords. It's just not as easy as someone like our mom, like our dad can go to the store and start using crypto. It's just not there.
It's not there yet.
Not there yet.
Not
But
there
even
yet.
like
Yeah.
even like Tim Cook, right? He acknowledged crypto. He says Apple's looking into it. So you never know. Eventually maybe it might be in the Apple Wallet where you can just go to Target and use your crypto, whatever you're using, and just pay with that.
Hmm. Yeah. It's it's a very interesting topic. It's a very topic that everyone like to talk about.
That's Vanessa's
But
favorite
not everyone-
topic.
Yeah. She's an expert.
I'm so passionate about it. Love it.
And your favorite one is Shibu Inu? Yeah? She loves Shibu.
To be
She flew
honest,
to the moon.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, we'll see how it is in a couple of years.
Yeah, and don't stress yourself too much about it. There's a lot of free resources. There's books. I remember Jason would tell me he read this book that says Bitcoin for Dummies. Like you can read books
Oh,
like
I
that.
should read that.
Yeah, there's literally that book, the Dummies book. They've made topics about everything. So
Yeah,
they made one
yeah.
about crypto, and about Bitcoin, and yeah, I mean, out of all the topics today, like just briefly summarize, as we get to the end. Number one, with the article about the $150,000 that she saved in 5 years. The best advice for that is just you got to budget. You got to know where your money's going because there's so many people that got all this money from the government, stimulus checks and all this EDD and everything, and they were living a life, and then they went back to reality. They're making normal income and they're spending the same as when they were back then, and it's affecting them. They're going into credit card debt. They're buying cars they can't afford because they're not budgeting. They're not living within their means. It's very, very important. Do you budget, Vanessa?
Yes. It helps.
For me, yeah, for me, the most important thing that article was the importance of side hustles, and I keep seeing that in stories and podcasts. Is like that is something that our generation is really taking like understanding of and really going at it because I think this girl that became her full time job right now. She quit her
No,
job and
yeah,
now
she quit her
yeah
job and she does that full time. Yeah,
The one that
yeah
saved.
yeah
Oh wow.
I forgot to mention.
yeah. So that's like amazing. You can be your own boss, do something that you're really passionate about, and make a great living off of it. Why not?
Yeah, that's even more important than the budget aspect because you can only squeeze out so much money. It's important where your money's going, but side hustles, there's no cap. There's like it's a great way to make extra money for sure, for sure. And then the second one, the gasoline. I mean, I'll make a guess.
$10
By the time we do this
by
no,
summer.
by the time we do the next segment next week, where do you think gas is gonna be? Over $6?
Oh, over.
I
That's
say
an easy.
okay, over $7.
It's right now 6 right now. Basically, I think when I drove by is 6. It's gonna be touching. I say 650 if I had to guess. 650.
That's easy to think.
They're even saying it in government, like just embrace it. This is our responsibility for what's happening in Ukraine. We need to support. We can take this. So they're not saying like, don't worry, it's not gonna go up. They're saying like it's gonna go up, but it's so just get ready.
The average person cannot. I mean, I can't, and I want to take this. Why would I? Like I do support. Like
Darima
making
says
sure that
$8 next week.
$7 to $8.
I see
I
650.
say under 7, but over 6. Oh, sorry, it connected to Siri, but yeah, I say over 6, under 7. So I don't want to say 652, but I don't know. I'll say 645.
I'm gonna
I
be
don't know.
pushing close to $100 to fill up my car. That's crazy.
Oh, this is crazy. Now you're gonna really think about where you want to drive if you really want to go there. Dreamer said side hustles are the best. That's why I paid off my school debt and have extra money to buy whatever you want. That's true. You could pay off debt. You could buy things that you want. You could go travel more. You could give back more. You could invest more.
Benny Sanchez says
675. Oh,
675.
Benny.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Benny? We miss you. It was good that we had you. I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. But
We
were
should
just
bring him
talking
on
about gas,
soon.
Okay, so 675. We'll see. I say 645. Junior says 650. Dreamer says $7 to $8. What do you say, Vanessa?
I don't want to copy you guys, so I want to say 715.
Oh.
715. Oh, she's okay.
All right.
715. All right, and we're talking about the lowest. We're not talking about premium.
Arco.
Premium gas here. Yeah, Arco.
Diana says $7.
Okay, we'll see. Man, this is not good. I mean,
No, we're laughing, but it's not good.
it's not good. Yeah,
We're laughing
Yeah.
through the pain.
yeah, we're laughing through the pain. Yeah, that's hopefully something happens soon. We do not want to. But most of the families that we serve in the nonprofit, I know this is impacting. This is not good for them. This is not good for them. They need some sort of assistance, financial assistance, something, because this is not easy. Imagine the mom that drives every day her kids to school and went from $50 a tank to $100. That's $50 that could have went to food, to groceries, that could have went to savings, to,
Yeah.
yeah. Whoever wins Joshua Rincon will fill your tank.
I like that idea.
No, no, Dreama Hamilton will fill it up. I'm not volunteering myself. That's a lot of money. But I mean, yeah, I don't know if you have any final remarks, Junior or Vanessa, since you're the crypto expert.
I'll let the
I just
girl
say
first.
I just say crypto's gonna be the next big thing.
Dang, be careful. Don't do that to people.
Don't do that to people.
Just kidding. I'm no expert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we're just messing
No.
around. She's not an expert. We're just messing around. But out of the whole conversation, this is our first time here with us today. Would you anything that came out of it? Any last word you want to share to the people before we end?
I think a big idea about what we have been talking about is a side hustle. Just as Lorima said, she gained a lot from doing side hustles. So you guys better be thinking about what you can do. I I started one, but it's not successful, so maybe I should start another one. So yeah, that's basically my input.
Yeah,
Yep.
and maybe the first one doesn't go successful, but the
Yeah.
second one does, or the third. So don't give up. Keep going.
Yeah, yeah. Because you never know, like that niche, is like you might like cooking, or your mom's good at cooking, look at your family, they might have a talent that you could be like, hey, we can make a business out of this. Let's try it. To me, that's the biggest thing that I've been learning a lot as I study a lot about finances and being part of Avance Latino is the importance of having a side hustle. And I'm really interested to see the teenagers once they hit their adulthood, if they're going to continue on with that mindset of wanting to be business owners, wanting to be entrepreneurs. That's really cool.
Yeah, and Junior's basing not he's the reason he's mentioned about the teenagers because last week we read an article that said 60% of Gen Z. So me,
Yeah.
Vanessa, anyone that's like
I'm a
24
millennial.
and younger. Yeah,
Mhm.
he would qualify as a millennial. I'm a Gen Z. That 60% of them want to do and are doing side, not are doing, but want to do side hustles. But that's different from actually doing it. So we'll see who actually stays through and actually does these side hustles. But yeah, I'm glad that you guys all joined today. Everyone in the comment section, we learned some interesting things about gas in El Salvador. Alex said that gas is $4.20 a gallon, and the average salary is $360 a month. That's like if we were to pay 20, 30-ish dollars per gallon. Us here in the U.S., it's a couple $100 we'd pay just to fill up a tank. So it's definitely always think about not just the how much of an impact we are making here in the U.S., but it's a ripple effect all over all the other countries. So yeah, definitely we need something to happen soon to help out the families that are suffering right now. And yeah, definitely, yeah, it's a crazy time that we're living in right now. It seems like it's just never ending. Pandemic happens and war comes.
Who would have guessed?
Gas.
I thought we were gonna be done, get back to normal, but it
Yeah.
looks of it is like something else is gonna happen eventually.
There's always something.
It's like almost like God saying, you know what? Let's just give them everything. Let's just give
Ne-
them
ne-
everything.
Next thing you know,
Let us-
aliens. There's gonna be aliens or something.
We're gonna have a special guest alien next week. So.
Yeah.
We should all pitch in and get Josh a router for the studio.
We
Aw,
do.
I'm sorry, guys.
You
Is
see
it
it
chocolate?
wire.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The internet cuts off. I'm literally right next door to the internet, but it cuts off, so I have to get it wired. No more wireless. It's just so, the name is watching. Hopefully, the CEO of the nonprofit's watching, and he can pitch in and give me a router or something. But thank you guys for joining us today. Thank you, Benny, Diana, Darima, Vanessa, Juniors, Alex, and La Mamis, everyone else that joined right here on Facebook and YouTube. We here every Thursday, 7:30ish. Sometimes we have technical difficulties like today, but we try to start on time. But see you guys next week. We have a workshop, like I mentioned earlier, where we interviewed someone that was able to pay off $85,000 in student debts coming next week. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time.